All right. Welcome to the Banjo virtual classroom for the tab walkthrough. Not the tab walkthrough. The singing and playing tutorial for Going Down That Road Feeling Bad. So, classic song, and one that I recently released as a song of the week, so we're going to be learning it. It's a great one to play and sing, I think you'll find. And I will begin here by playing you the video that I recently released of the song so that we all have it in our minds as we work through this tutorial. So here is Going Down That Road Feeling Bad. Suits my clothes. Oh, where the climate suits my clothes. Oh, where the climate suits my clothes, Lord, Lord. And I ain't gonna be treated this way. Like wine. Oh, where the water tastes like wine. Oh, where the water tastes like wine, Lord, Lord. And I ain't gonna be treated this way. So there it is, Going Down That Road Feeling Bad. And just as a reminder, this particular workshop, what I'm going to be doing is talking through how to think about playing and singing it. So rather than going through the specifics of the lead break that I would play there. And so this is an extension of the playing and singing, how to play and sing lessons and modules that are part of the Breakthrough Banjo course at fingerstylebanjo.com. So the song is in the key of G and playing out of standard G tuning. So D on the 4th string, G on the 3rd, B on the 2nd, D on the 1st, G on the 5th. Okay, so as always, we're going to start with the chord progression. And this song is just, there's a refrain, which is the Going Down This Road Feeling Bad, but the verses and refrain all follow the same chord progression, so you just have one melodic line to remember and one chord progression to remember. And it's pretty simple, just the 1, 4, and 5 chords. So we're going to start out on the G major chord, going down that road feeling bad, and then it moves to C. Going down that road feeling, and back to G, bad, back to C, going down that road feeling bad, Lord, Lord, and that's back to G, Lord, and now the last chord, Ain't gonna be treated this way. You can use the fully fingered D. You can use this power chord D, this partial D, which is the 2nd fret of the 3rd string and the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Or you could use the D7. Ain't gonna be treated this way. All of those will work. So that's what you're gonna want to be doing with your left hand as you're playing with the right and backing yourself up while you sing. Note here that I don't have finger picks on because it's harder for you to hear me singing and playing at the same time if I have the added volume of my picks. So I'm going to walk through kind of 3 different ways of playing something behind your voice, playing something to accompany your voice, starting with the very simplest pattern. So remember, basic idea here, form the chords with your fingers, play various rhythmic patterns with your right hand, and you can these can be of varying levels of sophistication. So simplest pattern, I think, is just thumb and pinch. Going down that road feeling bad. Going down that road feeling bad. Going down that road feeling bad, Lord, Lord. And I ain't gonna be treated this way. As we've talked about before, if you're going to be doing that pattern on, we're in the key of G, so the G is kind of our root chord. It's where we're going to usually conclude a song. You might want to start that pattern on the 3rd string so that you end on the 3rd string, which is your root note, which is your G. So instead of starting your pattern with the 4th string and then a pinch, followed by 3rd, start on the 3rd string when you're on the open strings. That way you'll end on that open G. So this is not a necessary thing, but it sounds a little unresolved if you end up ending on that open 4th string, which is a D. All right, that's the first pattern, right? So just thumb pinch. Now, get a little bit more interest if we do something like thumb pinch and then a little roll of some kind. So all I'm doing there again, doing a thumb pinch, and then a little roll, what we would call a roll pattern. So you can do like thumb on the 4th, index on the 2nd, 5th string, 1st string. That's a real nice thing to get used to playing and singing behind. You don't have to do anything else with your left hand, but it sounds great, and it makes for a perfectly acceptable backup. All right, the last thing we could do is start adding in some melody notes behind our voice to add even a little more depth and interest to what we're playing. And here you don't have to you don't have to do too much. Just a few here and there really goes a long way. So in this first part of the song, we have these notes. Going down that road feeling bad. So I got 3rd fret of 2nd string, 5th fret, 3rd fret, open. So going down that road feeling bad. So all I really was doing there, alternating between that melody note and the 5th string. Going down that road feeling bad. And then doing something to fill in the gaps in the melody. Now we're moving to the C chord. Going down that road feeling bad. So the melody notes. So really all chord tones except that 3rd string, 2nd fret. So going down that road feeling bad. So again, doubling some of the melody there and then filling in the space. Going down that road feeling bad. Now we have the same line again. Going down that road feeling. Now we have So there again. I did that slide 2 to 3 on the second string. Mimic what's going on in the melody. And there I did a, to give me Lord, I did an open second and a hammer on to the third string second fret. So altogether that was bad Lord, and then Lord, and I did that slide again, ain't gonna, and now we're on the D chord, ain't gonna be treated. That open, that second fret, third string is our melody note, gonna be treated, and then this, I'm doing that pull off, fourth string to second string on the third, fourth fret, second fret on the third string, this way. So that melody again, that's all it is, right? So we're figuring out a way to work those melody notes in. All together, going down that road feeling bad. Going down that road feeling bad. Going down that road feeling bad, Lord, Lord, and I ain't gonna be treated this way. Okay, so 3 levels of complexity, from the simplest backup pattern to medium simplicity to starting to add in the melody notes behind your voice. Again, I added in a fair number of them there. You can pick and choose how much of that you would like to do, depending on kind of what your level is at any given moment. But certainly the more you practice at it, the easier it'll become, and you'll kind of find that your fingers naturally start to gravitate towards those melody notes as you play. All right. That is it. Thanks for joining me. Again, you can this replay video will be available in the Breakthrough Banjo virtual classroom, and if you're watching it there and you have any questions or future workshops you want me to do, future songs, just leave it in the comment box and I will see it. All right, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.